Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are exploring one of the most touching and revolutionary moments in the life of Jesus. We often talk about miracles as grand displays of power, but the story we are looking at today is intimate, quiet, and incredibly brave. It's the story of a man who was forbidden to be touched, forbidden to enter the city, and forgotten by society, until he met someone who was willing to break all the rules for him. Have you ever felt like an outsider? Have you ever felt that if people truly saw your wounds, they would turn away? If so, this story is for you. Before we dive into this journey of healing and restoration, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Your support allows us to keep bringing these timeless stories of hope to life. Are you ready? Let's witness the touch that changed everything. Our story begins in the 8th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus had just finished the Sermon on the Mount, the greatest sermon ever preached. As he came down from the mountainside, large crowds followed him. People were buzzing with excitement, talking about his teachings on love, mercy, and the kingdom of heaven. But suddenly, the crowd likely parted. A hush fell over the people. A figure was approaching that no one expected to see in public. It was a man with leprosy. To understand the weight of this moment, we have to understand what leprosy meant in the ancient world. It wasn't just a skin disease. It was a social death sentence. Because it was believed to be highly contagious and a sign of being unclean or even cursed, lepers were cast out of society. According to the laws of the time, they had to live outside the city walls. They had to wear torn clothes, keep their hair unkempt, and cover their mouths. Most heartbreakingly, if anyone came near them, they were required to cry out, "Unclean! Unclean!" to warn people to stay away. For years, this man had probably not felt the touch of a human hand. He had not seen a smile up close. He was a living ghost. But this man had heard about Jesus. Perhaps he had listened to the echoes of the sermon from a distance. He didn't just see a healer. He saw hope. Breaking every social law and risking being stoned by the crowd, he approached Jesus. He didn't just ask for help. The text says he fell on his knees and worshiped him. And then he said something that reveals the deepest part of the human soul. "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." Notice his words. He didn't doubt Jesus' power. He knew Jesus could do it. What he doubted was his own worthiness. He was asking, "Are you willing to touch someone like me? Am I worth your time? Am I too far gone for your mercy?" He was looking for more than a cure for his skin. He was looking for a cure for his rejection. What happened next is one of the most beautiful sentences in all of Scripture. Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man. In that culture, touching a leper made you unclean yourself. By all religious standards of the day, Jesus should have pulled back. He could have healed the man with a word from 10 feet away. He didn't need to touch him, but he chose to. Before the scales fell from the man's skin, Jesus restored his humanity through a touch. He was saying, "I am not afraid of your disease. I am not repulsed by your wounds. You are not invisible to me." And then Jesus spoke, "I am willing. Be clean." Immediately, the leprosy left him. In an instant, his skin was restored, his nerves were healed, and his life was given back to him. But Jesus didn't stop there. He gave the man a very specific instruction. "See that you don't tell anyone, but go, show yourself to the priest, and offer the gift Moses commanded, as a testimony to them." Why did Jesus say this? First, he wanted the man to be legally reinstated into society. Only a priest could officially declare a leper clean, so he could go home to his family and enter the temple again. Jesus wanted the man's healing to be complete physically, socially, and religiously. Second, it was a testimony to the religious leaders. It was a sign that the Messiah had arrived, the one who doesn't just follow the law, but fulfills it with the power of love. As we look at this story today, it challenges us to think about the lepers in our own world. Who are the people we cross the street to avoid? Who are the ones society has labeled as unclean or unworthy? The healing of the leper teaches us that no one is beyond the reach of compassion. It tells us that sometimes the most powerful thing we can give someone is not a solution, but a touch, a moment of recognition that says, "I see you, and you matter." This miracle also speaks to our internal lives. Many of us carry internal leprosy, shame, guilt, or secrets that make us feel like we have to stay outside the walls. We think that if God or others really saw us, they would be repulsed. But this story proves the opposite. When we bring our brokenness to the light, we don't find judgment. We find a hand reaching out. We find someone who is not only able, but incredibly willing to make us whole. The man who was once a ghost, crying, "Unclean," was now a living testament to the power of a single touch. He went from the shadows of the caves to the steps of the temple. His story reminds us that with the right touch, the impossible becomes a reality, and the outcast becomes a son. Dear friends, we have reached the end of this beautiful account of restoration. What part of this man's journey resonates with you the most? Is it his bold faith, or Jesus' willingness to touch the untouchable? Have you ever experienced a touch of grace in your own life when you felt at your lowest? Please share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. This channel is a community, and your reflections help us all grow. If this story touched your heart today, please give this video a like and share it with someone who might be feeling invisible or unworthy lately. Let's spread the message that no one is ever too far gone for compassion. In our next episode, we're going to witness another incredible display of power. But this time, it's not over a disease, it's over the very elements of nature. We will be diving into the story of Jesus calming the storm. You won't want to miss that journey through the wind and waves. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on those notifications. Thank you for spending your time with us and for seeking the deeper truths behind these ancient words. Stay compassionate, stay hopeful, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.